What are the lawmakers saying about the 2016 budget proposal? We touch base with our correspondent Linda Kibe to give us updates on the debate on the floor of the Senate. And also, we go to Kogi State, where we check on what's happening right now. Kogi State, we get a new governor. Mr. Yahya Bello warms up to take the baton from Captain Idris Wada of the PDP. And again, we also look at this issue. Perhaps what comes as a surprise to many is the visit of the governor of Ekiti State, Ayo Fayose, who is a PDP governor, to the governor of Osun State, Rauf Aregbesola, an APC governor. We find out what brings these two men together. Thank you for joining in, and everyone. I'm Sheung Okimbale, and this is Politics Today, your daily edition of the program this Tuesday. Well, a lot of issues that are happening right about now. So many issues that you may not be able to get track of. But of course, what we are doing here on the program is to bring you updates and details of what these issues and give you a sense of what is happening. First and foremost, let's give you a sense of what is happening at the Senate, where the lawmakers are debating the Committee of the Whole on the 2016 budget as presented by the President Muhammadu Buhari. And of course, we know there is an updated version of the budget which was sent last week after a letter was sent to the Senate. Let me introduce you to my guest in the studio. He is a legal practitioner and a policy governance analyst. Mr. Chima Naji joins us now. Thank you so much, Mr. Naji, for joining us on the program.
Thank you very much.
A lot of issues have trailed the 2016 budget, and of course, the back and forth between the PDP lawmakers and the APC lawmakers over this budget. But for what we have right now, there was supposed to be deliberations in the different committees. But give us a sense of what you make of what the lawmakers are doing with the budget. Does it look like a budget that will be passed at in the soonest time?
Well, the lawmakers themselves have made that commitment that they were going to pass the budget speedily, and by which I do expect they need to put extra effort and time so that quality work is not sacrificed at the altar of speed. Maybe an attempt to demonstrate to Mr. President that they are on the same page with him, given the controversies that have dogged the National Assembly relationship with the executive in recent times. However, the budget is a statement of intention by government on what it wants to do within the year. There are a lot of areas people have made some critique about, and some of which have informed perhaps the reworking that we saw in the drama that surrounded the withdrawal of the budget by the executive. But the thrust of the budget from what the executive said, and which is very important in the circumstance we find ourselves, is to reflect the economy, encourage consumption so that there will be some reasonable activity in the polity. But how this budget will achieve that is the challenge.
All right. Let's get a sense of what happened today at the plenary, where our correspondent Linda Kibe joins us from our Abuja studio. Linda, thank you so much. Good to see you right now. Give us a sense of what happened. Audio failed us, but this time around, I can hear you loud and clear.
Yeah, Sheung, like I was saying, the budget debate was supposed to have been concluded in the Senate today, but it was shifted or extended until tomorrow. But in the House of Representatives, the budget debate has been concluded. Now, it has been an interesting 3 days of debate. It started from last week Wednesday, and 3 days of, the debate. And, up until today, the debate has actually been along party lines. What we've been seeing is PDP lawmakers lampooning or slamming the budget and APC lawmakers supporting the budget. But today we've actually seen some APC lawmakers actually come out to criticize the budget. Today we had a very strong statement from a federal lawmaker from Lagos, Senator Remi Tinubu, who was less than impressed about what was appropriated in the budget for the Ministry of Women Affairs. And she came out right and said that this is not good enough. This is not what, Nigerians expected from change, from the change administration. So we've seen all that happen today. And, even other lawmakers also criticize calling the benchmark price of $38 per barrel, saying it's unrealistic and we might not be able to fund the budget. We've also seen lawmakers criticize the borrowing of the federal government, asking how can we pay back, these loans. So it's been an interesting, 3 days of debate on the budget.
Interesting, because some of the things that the PDP lawmakers pointed out in that document, for example, does it look like the APC too are reasoning with their opposition colleagues there at the Senate? Does it look like they're tearing the document apart, or it's just politicking what we're seeing now on the 2016 budget?
Yes, the APC lawmakers today are actually sort of also joining the PDP lawmakers to criticize the budget. I told you of Senator Remi Tinubu, who had issues with what was appropriated for the Ministry of Women Affairs. We've seen other APC lawmakers like Senator Wamako also, talk about the budget and, raised issues about the borrowing in the budget. And then some lawmakers also faulted, what the funds appropriated for road construction. Another major issue that came up from some APC lawmakers was the diversification, agenda of the present administration. And they wondered if government is serious about diversifying the economy. They faulted how the funds appropriated for 2 key ministries.